Filming has become this part of my life that was always there in the background, but never defined me, unlike research. It started by curiosity. In 2006, I wanted to take better holiday pictures with my dad's 2-megapixel camera. So I signed up to a course at uni, won my first photo competitions, got money to make my first documentary, and then people started asking me, "Hey Will, can you film this? Can you film that?" And it became a side job. Then I got funding to film my first drama. The video started making rounds online. They got acquired by streaming platforms. I've shot for some of the biggest brands, even got to film at the top of the biggest and tallest skyscrapers in France. Now it's been 15 years. The pay wasn't that bad. But everything was about to change. In 2018, I started working full-time as a university researcher. A sociologist is like a psychologist of the society. We diagnose and fix problems. That was my dream job, because I wanted to help people make this world a better place. But I soon realized that nobody has the time to read books and long articles. So, what if I translate my findings, my observations, into something visual? And everywhere I went for doing research, I would bring my camera. I got to film during blizzards in Iceland, in the jungles of French Guiana and Suriname, in the deserts of the Gulf, in the US, in Europe, Turkey, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, everywhere I wanted to go. And this is how I started publishing on YouTube. Until I realized that when it comes to the topics I'm most passionate about, when it comes to the style of filming I love the most, well, nobody seems interested. So why do I spend hours behind my camera, behind my editing suite? Why do I even film if no one watches? My dream was always to film big projects. My inspiration is Terrence Malick, slow contemplative films with lots of nature, reflections about the meaning of life, the ups and downs of human existence, the beauty and complexity of our search for purpose, and inspired to the stewardship of our planet and our society. Now, a lot of people hate the work of Terrence Malick because, well, it requires effort to be understood. Nobody wants to watch this stuff. It's the paradox of the violinist in the metro. One of the most famous violinists in the world can sell super expensive tickets for people to watch him live, but when he plays in the metro, no one cares. This shows that no matter how talented you are, if you're not in the right environment, no one will see your true worth or even understand the potential you have. You need to find your audience, and to find the right audience, it takes time. My aim with this channel was to offer it as a showcase, a platform for my favorite people who do work on the ground. So I had to make sure they've got an audience willing to hear their thoughts. I thought 10K would be a good goal, but even so, the algorithm works in mysterious ways. Sometimes a video I made 8 years ago randomly picks up for reasons I cannot understand. How do you speak to the most people? Should it be gentle, like a podcast, some fiction, some drama, or a documentary? Should it be informative talking heads? Should it be provocative, like satire? Or silly TikTok videos? Many creators give up because we seek safety, the trodden path. We fear taking risks or people's judgment. We don't want to go against the grain because of our fear of being invalidated, othered, alienated. We fear doing things differently because we are taught that we're in danger. We are in a scarcity mindset. So people copy each other. And as a result, we can't be our true, authentic selves and follow our genuine inspirations. But there's a cost that nobody tells you about. In business, you don't have hordes of people coming to insult you, emailing you death threats. So how do you get past that? When your stories and important facts either get ignored, ridiculed, insulted, am I even on the right platform? Maybe there is no magic recipe. You can't please everyone. And I face the same challenge. Knowledge is boring, doing good is boring. And many creators give up because, well, we need to pay our bills. It means creating supply for the existing demand. And the demand is rarely what you want to create. Social media doesn't have a scale for quality, for depth or rigor in our work. There is no peer review process like in academia. Even if there was, isn't quality just subjective? Just like the ratings, like Michelin stars, are so disconnected from general audiences. So instead, YouTube has metrics, data about quantity. On YouTube, it means attracting attention. In our society, metrics define us so much that some people buy bots and fake engagement figures on social media to produce the illusion that they're successful. The main drivers are supply and demand. So, in the era of attention economy, two things work very well: sex and videos about making money, and paradoxically, anything that is divisive and shocking. If I wanted people to see my work, the recipe is very simple. Pick a controversial topic, pick a side, talk some nonsense, and pit people against each other. That's why creators push the boundaries of what's morally acceptable, even if it means heading towards their own destruction. And there's a lot behind the scenes. YouTubers have agents, marketing agencies, huge networks to make collaborations. I only talk about things I've studied or my own experiences. It's polarizing enough to get trolls, but it's not polarizing enough to attract crowds. It's not aspirational enough. And because I hate ads, I voluntarily demonetized my videos and I declined all sponsorship offers. So am I missing something? What's the purpose of me being on YouTube if I don't get anything out of it? Freelancing taught me one important thing. You have two options: be tacky or be authentic. There's something people never tell you. Business robs you from your time and creativity. Business reveals the worst of human nature. There's competition, backstabbing, disrespect, exploitation. Being tacky will bring you lots of clients, lots of money, but usually the worst kind of clients, because everyone you attract is fake. Being authentic brings much less money but secures you quality clients. People who give you creative freedom. People with whom you are on the same page and are likely to be regulars, slow but steady. There were months where I earned crazy amounts of money within a few hours of filming, and there were months when I earned nothing. And the same goes with my audience. You don't need to spend thousands on ads that people will scroll past. You don't need to go in debt for buying the latest equipment. My camera is now 12 years old and still shoots great. You don't have to fake it until you make it. You're not at the mercy of your clients. You are free to choose. I got all of my clients through word of mouth, people I know, and clients who recommend me to people they know because they like what I'm doing and I really like what they are doing. Like when hiking, the most beautiful landscapes are seen on the toughest and longest routes. The good thing with YouTube is I have more people watching my videos than I have students at uni. My best supporters and critiques are people who know me personally. And because they know me, they don't judge me, but encourage me to improve. I started all of it because I consider my knowledge as a trust, on the same level as money and power, and just like I believe that we should share our money with those who haven't got any, I am due a tax on my knowledge. My knowledge is not valid unless I share it. Not everyone can afford to go to uni, so I believe that I have to divert power from the ivory tower. I believe that if one saves one life, it's as amazing as if they've saved the whole of humanity. My number of followers doesn't mean anything. In this world, we were given a trust, whether it is our knowledge, skills, talent, life experiences, or even our life struggles. The question is, how do we make use of it so this world becomes a better place? We don't need to be perfect. It's all about making steps on the way to improvement. We can't change the world, but we can do our duty. We can't tell people to listen to us, but it's our job to speak. I believe that if you hold a seed in your hand and the apocalypse happened, you still should plant it. The consequences, the impact are not in our hands, and whether people listen or not is not in our control. And if this knowledge reaches one person and changes their life for the better, that's as if we have improved the lives of the whole of humanity. We may never see the fruits of our work in our lifetime, but at least we can plant the seeds, and that is our duty. And this is my duty.